Welcome to Break the Rock, talking Hawkeyes, Huskers, and the Big Ten. Proudly presented by Prairie Navigator, your boots-on-the-ground partner for digital marketing and facilities upkeep in eastern Nebraska and western Iowa. Here's your host, Burley Hawk 74.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Break the Rock. I'm your host, Burley Hawk 74, and I've got to be honest with you. We're starting off this week with the hard stuff. Des Moines North, the Polar Bears, ran into a buzzsaw Friday night. Carlisle shut them out, 53-0. That's a tough one to swallow. No two ways about it. North's now 2-3, and when you get blanked like that, you've got two choices. Carry it around like a weight or flush it and move on. And luckily, this week sets up a reset button. Ballard's coming to town. The Bombers haven't won a game yet. That doesn't mean it's automatic, no such thing, but it's a chance for the Polar Bears to shake off that Carlisle beating and climb back to 500. Now let's shift to Kinnick, where heartbreak was the word of the day. 11th ranked Indiana came in as the favorite, and they did just enough to escape with a 20-15 win over Iowa. The turning point, starting quarterback Mark Gronowski goes down, and suddenly the offense had to grind just to stay afloat. Even so, the Hawkeyes had it. They were right there. But with 2 minutes left, the defense cracked and gave up the go-ahead touchdown. Final whistle. Indiana survives. Iowa is left gutted. Both teams now head into a bye week. Indiana sitting pretty at 4-0, and Iowa searching for answers without their quarterback one. Nebraska had the week off, and honestly, that's a blessing. After the way they lost to Michigan, hanging around, scoring points, but just getting bullied in the trenches, a bye is exactly what they need. This is a team that looks like it's one adjustment away from turning close losses into wins. The talent's there. The question is, can they put it together before the schedule tightens? Let's zoom out. Top-ranked Ohio State handled Washington 24-6. That Buckeye defense is a machine. Washington tried to stretch the field, but nothing doing. Ohio State just choked them out, and the offense didn't even need to hit fifth gear. Next up, the Buckeyes roll into Minnesota. The Gophers just squeaked by Rutgers 31-28. Rutgers gets a bye to regroup. The real headliner came Saturday night in Happy Valley. Oregon went into Penn State's whiteout and walked out with a 30-24 win in double overtime. That was a heavyweight fight, and it might have signaled that Oregon, not Ohio State, is the class of the Big Ten this season. The Ducks ran the ball, hit big throws, and found a way in one of the toughest road environments in the country. Penn State, they fought, but that's another top 10 loss for James Franklin, and those start to add up. The Nittany Lions dropped to 3-1 and now have to regroup on the road at UCLA. Illinois, huge win over Southern Cal, 34-32. That's the kind of game that gives a program juice. Now the Illini head to Purdue, and the Boilers are going to be salty after getting worked by Notre Dame last week. Northwestern quietly put UCLA in their rear view, 17-14. Old school slugfest, Big Ten style. Next up for the Cats, Louisiana Monroe at home should be a chance to get to 4-1 and keep building confidence. Southern Cal, they've got a bye and they need it. That's back-to-back rough trips against Big Ten teams, and the shine's wearing off fast. Looking ahead, circle these on your calendar. Wisconsin heads into the Big House to take on Michigan. Can the Badgers find an offense, or will Michigan's run game pound them flat? Penn State makes that tricky West Coast trip to UCLA. Washington goes to Maryland. The Terps are riding high after that Wisconsin beatdown, and now they get a wounded Huskies team. Michigan State travels to Nebraska. Both teams badly need to prove something, and Lincoln is never an easy place to do it. Here are your must-watch matchups if you're flipping on the TV this weekend. Wisconsin at Michigan. Strength on strength in the trenches. Can Wisconsin slow down that Wolverine ground game? Penn State at UCLA. Nittany Lions licking their wounds after Oregon. UCLA wants to prove they can punch back. Washington at Maryland. Huskies trying to bounce back, but the Terps smell blood. Michigan State at Nebraska, two proud programs both desperate for momentum. Somebody's season flips here. So to recap, North's licking its wounds, but the Polar Bears are staring at a winnable game. Iowa's got to figure out life without Gronowski, and fast. Nebraska's got time to regroup. And in the Big Ten, maybe it's Oregon, not Ohio State, who's setting the pace. October football is here, and the grind is real. I'm Burley Hawk 74. Thanks for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button. tell your buddies, and we'll be back next week to break it down straight and unfiltered.
You've been listening to Break the Rock, talking Hawkeyes, Huskers, and the Big Ten. Proudly presented by Prairie Navigator, your boots-on-the-ground partner for digital marketing and facilities upkeep in eastern Nebraska and western Iowa. Go to prairienavigator.com.